Kelly Mason for My 600-Pound Life, Season 7, Episode 13, and her episode premiered in 2019. She's 41 years old, she lives in her own apartment in North Carolina, and she says that on a daily basis she has pain head to toe. Until she was 5, she lived with her grandparents, but then her grandfather died right in front of her and she had to go live with her mom. She says that her mom was very depressed, they ate fast food all the time, and that she felt very alone. Around the age of 9, there was this neighbor who started kind of coming around and talking to her, this older gentleman, and he would eventually go on to abuse her for about 2 years. And from the trauma of what was happening, she ended up at 100 pounds around the age of 11. But by 12, she was around 200 pounds. She did eventually tell her mom what was going on, and her mom kind of just brushed her off and said, like, just get over it, and she felt very alone again. She says that one day she was outside and he drove by and kind of looked at her and smiled, and she looked back at him, and then a bus hit his car and she blamed herself because she thinks if she hadn't have been there and she hadn't have looked at him that he wouldn't have lost his life. And that really took a mental toll on her, and by the time she was 13 she was around 300 pounds and 18 she was around 400 pounds. She was in college and she met somebody and ended up getting pregnant. She dropped out 2 months into college, and sadly around the 7-month mark she did lose her baby. She said that the father was very abusive towards her and she had to get out of that situation, and all of this combined, she was now over 500 pounds. At the age of 35, her mother did pass away, and she said that she has not gone anywhere since her mother's passing about 6 years ago. In month 1, her and her friend Leanne, they get on a plane, they fly from North Carolina to Houston, Texas to see Dr. Now. The flight and the airport and everything is just really, really hard and taxing on her body. She weighs in at 725 pounds, and Dr. Now says that she needs to go right to the hospital. They need to run some tests and see what kind of condition she's in. She is breathing really heavy, she is wheezing, and so Dr. Now tries to help get her into a car to take her there because the medical transport says that they are not equipped to transport someone of her size, and because she is just so tired from the day, she unfortunately gets stuck like between the front seat and the back seat and like on the floor and everything. They have her friend, Dr. Now, staff, police officers, and eventually EMS shows up and they are able to get her up into the seat and taken to the hospital. She's admitted to the hospital, put on a controlled diet, and needs to have physical therapy come in and be with her every day to help strengthen her heart. In month 2, she's not really doing what she's supposed to. She's not getting up and walking as often. She's not doing the exercises in her bed like she's supposed to. She says that her back hurts after only a short period of time, so she really just does not want to engage. She's taken to like a long-term physical therapy care facility. She's 604 pounds, so that is a recent weight loss of 122 pounds. And Dr. Now sets her a goal to lose 50 pounds in 1 month. However, things aren't going very well there. She says the food isn't great and they cannot put her like on a restricted diet. They cannot stop her from ordering food unless she consents to it, and she is not consented to it. So she is ordering Cheesecake Factory, she is ordering everything. And so when Dr. Now comes back to check on her, she is 636 pounds, which means she has gained 32 pounds. And Dr. Now says we are at a crossroads. You need to make the decision or this is it. Go to my next video that's already posted and we will continue with her journey.